people don't understand decision making, or the difference between emotionally based decision making versus in an intelligence based decision making, right? So when I make decisions, right, especially decisions that have to do with money, decisions that have to do with health, exercise, right, scheduling, right, these are decisions that are, it requires a certain amount of thinking, figuring out, analyzing cost of benefit, all those things, right? These are, you need to use your intelligence. You need to use your brain to make these types of decisions, right? And it's, I figured out that, not just now, but over my lifespan, that when you make decisions based on your emotions, it doesn't really end up looking good for you in the end, in the long run, because you're really putting aside something that you probably know you shouldn't do or get or buy or eat, or someone who you should know you shouldn't be with or date or whatever, like, whatever you want to call it. Yet you do it because you have an emotional attachment to it, or you have an emotional desire to have it, an emotional desire to be with that person, or an emotional desire to eat that or to buy that, right? And that's a really difficult thing to do, because that takes self-control. You really have to be in control of who you are and who you want to be in the future. So for me, it's just really, for me, you kind of like have to be a little cold sometimes, especially when it comes to friends, family members, or just friends and family members, right? You have to learn how to, I learned how to be cold, and I learned how to be, put myself first, because at the end of the day, if I don't put myself first, no one's gonna put me. No one's gonna care about me, and I don't expect nobody to care about me. I expect me to care about myself, right? So what I do is I make decisions based on after thinking things through, using my intelligence, right? Not using my emotions. I may use my emotions after I made my decision to do this, right? For example, like I've decided to move to Texas. This was a decision I've made a long time ago, maybe about 3 to 4 years ago, because I've known that I wanted to move to Texas, and I've made this decision because New York sucks. It's too expensive. I already made a video about that. It's too expensive. I can't. There's no way I'll ever retire here. It's impossible. And just not that. Just the cost of living. Just the attitude of people's attitude. The weather. It's just not for me, right? So that you could say that's an emotionally based decision, but it's also very you have to use intelligence, because you have to sit down. You have to open up a notebook and write down how much you're paying for rent, how much you're buying, how much you're paying for food, how much you're paying for transportation, how much you're making, all of these things. And at the end of the day, you have to analyze them to see if it's actually worth it. Is it actually worth you waking up so early to go to work, getting 5 hours to sleep, 4.5 hours of sleep a day to go to work? Is this worth it? Are you going to be a better person in the long run? Right? Are you going to be a healthier person in the long run? Right? And I obviously figured out that no, I'm not. I can't stay here no more. Right? So as much emotional attachment as I may have to my neighborhood that I grew up in, I'm still gonna leave. I'm still gonna leave, and I'm still going to experience something new in Texas. Right? Now that's an intelligence-based decision, but I'm going to do whatever it takes to move to Texas. I don't care. I'm going to have my emotional foundation. I'm going to work using my brain over that emotional foundation, that emotional fortitude that's going to take me to Texas. That's going to make me do whatever it takes to survive in Texas, right? That's where my emotional part comes in. And I'm really grateful. I'm grateful to have that type of thinking, because I've figured it out. Not figured it out. I don't want to call it figured. I don't know it all or anything, but I've learned to use this type of thinking because before, it just helped me out a lot. Before it wouldn't be like that. It would be like, oh no, I like this, I'm gonna buy it, or no, I can't leave my friends, or no, I can't think like this, or my family. No. At the end of the day, sometimes you have to make decisions. Sometimes, all the time, I think, making decisions, life-changing decisions, health decisions, you're gonna use your brain, because if you start using your emotions, it's the decision is gonna be so skewed, and you're gonna end up screwing something up, or screwing some other people up too. That's not good. That's not good. I mean, putting your emotions to the side can be a little difficult, but when you keep doing it for a long time, at the end of the day, you don't care, and you benefit from it. And I know, it may sound a little negative, but at the end of the day, you can't do anything about that. You have to be true to who you are, and you have to be true to other people, and you have to let them know how you truly are. This is what I do, and this is what I'm going to do. And that's just, I don't know what to tell you, So, yeah, that's just me. That's just me, how I differentiate when it comes to intelligence-based decisions and emotionally based decisions. So if you think crazy or something like that, you can leave a message. You can say whatever the hell you want. Alright, that's it.